reverence. Today I started a yoga meditation teacher training course, and it's all about how yoga is really essentially a journey inward. I'm reading from the book Meditations from the Mat right now, and it says yoga class gives us a taste of a new way to be in the world, a new way of moving, a new way of responding to daily events and challenges. It's awakening our limbs, breathing deeply into our muscles, opening our hearts. We are stirred to look more deeply into our souls. It's quite a profound practice when you as my yoga teacher says, take it off the mat. We simply start with, movement. My yoga teacher says that the highway to meditation is through movement. And we don't really think of that all the time. We think of meditation as sitting and contemplating, being completely like no thoughts. But really, like yesterday, we just moved and danced and shaked and shook and released all of these emotions and energy, which brings, I just feel such moments of reverence and connection to the divine when I'm in those states. It pulls me like deep into a stillness and calmness more than hours of meditation could. Just for a few songs, just moving the body for a few minutes in the day. The morning was all about practicing and understanding the difference of yin yoga. Yin yoga is the yoga of stillness. Yin is the feminine side, feminine energy. And I'm used to all the yang and masculine moving and performing and, doing poses, postures and yang yoga. But this whole course is about yin. So the morning was really yoga of stillness, holding poses for at least 90 seconds, being still with each pose, not moving. And then in the afternoon, we worked on restorative yoga, which is conscious rest. That's really, using these props to completely support us, so we just completely feel safe and supported, laying on these bolsters or having pillows prop us, holding our backs. It's a yoga I've never done. In yoga studios, I don't see this offered, and I just find it so profound to completely bring a practice to slow down. Yoga is medicine. It's a natural medicine. It's preventative. It improves the immune system, nervous system, digestion, lowers blood pressure, lubricates joints, increases endorphins, reduces stress. The goal is not flexibility. And today we are really practicing some of the foundations, a few of the foundations of restorative yoga. One, which is surrender, complete surrender into the prop. Let gravity pull you down into being, you could stay in a posture for 5 to 15 minutes if you want. You could just be in one posture, and that's the practice. And then breathing. Breath, release toxins every exhale. inhale is oxygenating every cell. How important that is. I forget to breathe. And then breathing out sighs, releasing tension. You know, it's not in our society, we don't really allow that, but just fully releasing any stress or anything. For me, there was one pose that we were doing, which is a big heart opener. A lot of emotions came up. You know, it's like, how does your heart feel? And the sadness came up again. It's a posture that I could still feel supported on my back, held, heart opening, and I could just let tears flow. It's also about being very mindful of the props, and how you place them. And it's also how you do anything is how you do everything. So how you place the props, how mindful you are when you adjust them. That's probably the same way you'll take it off the yoga mat. And then one thing which is very unique for life, and especially our culture, is to have an impeccable standard of comfort. So we stop restricting ourselves and we think about our own comforts as well. And we practice this through this yoga. You know, just don't settle for any position, but demand the best position where you feel so safe and supported. It's unique because I'm used to feeling uncomfortable or to push my body in a certain way. So it's really just this reverence for the temple that is my body, connection to the stillness, connection to the divine. Last night, to honor the full moon ceremony, the community always comes together to smoke a ceremonial pipe and for prayers. It comes from ancient traditions, and they really honor that here. And this is a nice way that the community comes together every month, and they invite visitors, and they let people join in, sit in a circle, sing songs, eat chocolates, do some prayers as well. Beautiful night. It was just a full day of quietness, reverence for ourselves, where we're at, prayers, the cycles, the nature, our body is. A beautiful day. It was just a nice remembrance of reverence.